Today on The Social, is it unpatriotic to cheer against Canada in the World Cup? After Friday's FIFA draw, Canadians with ties to other countries are feeling torn over which teams to root for. And dating deja vu? Katy Perry's date night with Justin Trudeau seemingly took place at the same spot she visited with her ex, Orlando Bloom. Is it okay to recreate dates with new partners? Then, Landman star Michelle Randolph tells what to expect in Season 2 and what it's like playing Billy Bob Thornton's daughter in the modern-day oil drama. Plus, holiday hair inspo, tools and techniques that'll get you through every event this season with hair expert Jason Lee. It all starts now on The Social.
Thank you so much, and welcome to The Social, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, imagine this. It's the first game of World Cup 2026 right here in Toronto, and Canada is about to play Italy. So thanks to this Friday's draw, that is a very real possibility, although Team Azzurri still has to qualify for the tournament. But a lot of Italian Canadians are very, very nervous because they say they're really torn about who they should cheer for, or who they would cheer for in a Canada-Italy matchup. So this got us thinking, like, is it unpatriotic to cheer for another team if Canada's in the World Cup?
Ooh, what do you think?
Tricky.
Is it unpatriotic?
Oh, I wouldn't use the word unpatriotic. This is something that's going down in my house. You guys know that Ryan is Italian, very proud Italian-Canadian. Yes? Forza. So in our house, he's like, oh my God, if Italy qualifies, and P.S., they haven't yet. Okay? If they qualify, A, we're getting tickets, and B, he's like, we are going to be sporting our Forza Azzurri blue, and we're going to be out there. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Here's why I think it's not unpatriotic. This is the quintessential reason why people say, Canadians, we don't know what our identity is, because we are a melting pot. We've got people from all over the world. This is not unpatriotic. This is the classic identity crisis of any immigrant or descendant of immigrants. The question is the pull of the old country or the promise of the new land. It's constantly this. So our house, I think it's a win-win. Ryan, you go ahead and cheer for Italy. He is also a very proud Canadian. He was born here. I will be supporting Canada, but whoever wins, Canada wins. You know what this is going to do for the bars in Little Italy, the restaurants across this country, the hotels, the jersey sales. This is going to actually, I think, increase Canadian pride, not take away from it.
Okay.
Interesting. That's a good argument. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
See,
good.
I don't suffer from the identity crisis because I know I was born here and I live here and I work here and I pay taxes here. I pay a lot of taxes here, by the way. But my roots, my parents, my grandparents, the food I eat, the music I listen to, the accent that I speak with when I'm really angry, that is all based in Grenada, a lovely little island that I encourage everybody to visit. So if Canada was up against Grenada, it wouldn't even be a question that as a person who has those roots that I'm gonna cheer for Grenada, but it's not that I'm against Canada.
Right.
And I think the unpatriotic thing, it's like, it's not that I'm against Canada, because you know if Canada's playing another country, of course I'm Team Canada all day long. So I think we gotta look at it that way. I think we still wanna hold on to our identity, because that's what we're cheering for.
So is it like your feet are rooted in Canada, but your heart is in Grenada, or Ryan's heart is in Italy?
That's a great way to put it. No, that's a beautiful way to put it.
Because it's something, I'm sure there are other people like me whose sort of ancestral lines are very diluted, if you will, like where I think maybe I'm 5th generation Canadian.
Okay.
So like my ancestors came to Canada before Canada was a thing.
Where'd they come from?
Well, that's the other thing. all over the place. You know,
Okay.
like they all met here. So some were from Alsace-Lorraine when France still had it. And then there's Germany, there's England, there's Ireland, there's Scotland.
Oh.
So I'm like, when people ask me, no, like, where are you from? I'm like, Canada. Like, no. Where are you from? Oh, Canada. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting to me. It feels like Canada, in a sense. I can't think of another place in the world that has this sort of experience.
It's true.
We're not a melting pot. In fact, we're the opposite of a melting pot. We're still hyphenated. You know, you're
salad.
rarely Canadian. You're Italian Canadian.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's
you're-
also the fault of the people in this country, because often if I say no, because if I say to someone, they're like, where are you from? And I go, I'm Canadian. They go, no.
Exactly.
Where are you really from?
Yeah.
So that's kind of, we do that to ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the only actual Italian on this panel, a very, albeit watered down one. I guess it's just like, why can't, I mean, and I'm the non-sporto too, so like, why can't you just cheer for both? Is that an impossibility? Like,
No,
is it
Cynthia, you
possible?
gotta choose a side.
But what
You
if they
gotta
come?
choose
Is
a
it
sport. You gotta
impossible
choose
to
a
play
side.
each other?
Yes,
Yes,
it's possible.
yeah,
possible.
So
It's
then
possible.
what, guys?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
choose a side.
I mean, yes, you would choose a side, but I think, like, if Canada scores, like, let's say this actually happens, and by the way, Italy has to win 2 more big games in March. We have to wait till March to find out. But if they do win, the first game opener in Toronto against Team Canada would be Italy. Like, this is possible. I don't know what we're going to do.
Will
here's
the
deal.
streets be quieter?
No, we know what the Italians are going to do. They're going to cheer for Italy.
Of course
and
they are.
rightfully so, we shouldn't give them a hard time. So
Yes,
I think
and the rest of
okay.
Canada is behind Canada.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We want to tell everybody, speaking of which, TSN, CTV, and RDS are Canada's exclusive home for every single match of FIFA World Cup. That is from June the 11th to July 19th. I know it's in 2026. It's a little ways away. Start planning your parties and your jerseys now. Okay, on to our next story. There are quite a few ruffled feathers in Hollywood today. Quentin Tarantino recently opened up on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast. Who the heck is that? Who knows? But he said he revealed who he thinks are the weakest actors in the biz. Paul Dano, Matthew Lillard, and Owen Wilson. What the what? He called Dano a, quote, weak, uninteresting guy who almost ruined the movie There Will Be Blood. He also called Lillard and Wilson actors he just doesn't care for. So was Tarantino out of line, or do people just need maybe a little bit of a thicker skin to criticism?
Interesting.
Thicker skin.
Hey,
Okay, we got one and lady.
I
thicker
think
skin.
he was out of line. I think it was also punching down. Like, I think if it's one thing if like Matthew Lillard or like Paul Dano were trying out for a role in one of his movies, and then he privately said, "Listen, like to be honest, I just don't feel you're acting." And maybe that could be a teachable moment. They could talk about why or why not. But to
Well, not
go
after
and-
this.
No, but to shout it out on a podcast, I just feel like that's going to be something that haunts these actors in their mind, and they'll be wandering around, and then they'll just suddenly hear. I think it can
Mess with
impact
you.
their
I kind of
confidence.
love it. I kind of found it refreshing, and I totally disagree with him. But I love that he said it. And I do think in Paul Dano's situation, he's going to be just fine. There were so many stars coming out of the woodwork this weekend, just singing his praises. So I think he'll be fine. And I also feel like this kind of tit for tat, this spicy dialogue in art, if we want to call it that, and yeah, heck, I think we should call movies art, it kind of can make for better art. Do you know what I mean? Or at least historically so. There was like this story, Orson Welles, you guys heard of that guy?
Yeah.
Directed Citizen Kane, starred in it as well. He used to publicly criticize this other director named William Wyler and sort of said, everything William Wyler makes is commercial garbage. That lit a you-know-what, I can save fire.
Yeah.
Under you-know-what, which I can't say, under Williams you-know-what. And William Wyler, the next year, or maybe the year after, he makes Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur wins 11 Oscars.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like that public dialogue.
Yeah. I also think it's rich that we are getting so up in arms and we're clutching our pearls over what he said. First of all, let's remember, Tarantino was asked the question.
True.
Who do you think is the weakest? So he gave an answer. It's not like he decided to start a podcast. Here are the actors that I hate.
Yeah.
So I think we have to keep that in mind.
That's a
and
good
let's
point.
think about how many times Tarantino has been criticized. How many times some critic has panned his movie as the worst thing ever, how many Rotten Tomatoes, and no one really thinks about it. It comes with the territory when you put out art, and he is an artist who would know.
It's subjective. Like, it's so
Exactly.
subjective.
Yeah,
Right?
but it creates a dialogue.
But I think it's important for us to just accept it, because in life, here's the hard truth. Not everybody's gonna like you.
Sure.
Somebody thinks you're great and somebody can't stand you, and that's what it is. And what I like about this is that at least those 2 actors or 3 actors know exactly where they stand with Tarantino.
Yeah.
There's no like, well, maybe if I reach out and send him some flowers. No, don't do that. He's already said he's not feeling it, and that's okay. It's okay for people not to like you.
And I want to jump on that, because bringing these 2 points together, the idea of punching down, which is Tarantino's a director, he has a lot of power in the industry. A lot of people listen to what he says, and maybe you would argue these actors don't have the same amount of power. But also, it reminds me, just because somebody's your boss or they have a bigger paycheck than you, doesn't mean they know what they're doing. So what I'm saying about that, bring in the level of art, right? I had a boss who told me when I was in the industry, I'm gonna become nameless and faceless in television.
Wow.
And you know what I say to her? Look at me now.
And that's just her stupid opinion.
Stupid opinion.
But she had a lot of power over my career. She had a lot of power.
So she thought.
So she thought, exactly. So they don't always know what they're doing, okay? Up next, everybody, it looks like Katy Perry took Justin Trudeau to the same spot in Tokyo that she went to with her ex, Orlando Bloom. So is it cool? Can you reuse your favorite date spots with your new fling? Let's discuss after this.
I'll see you know what I am.
Tomorrow on The Social, DIY Delights, an edible gift guide that'll bring out your inner kitchen elf and bake somebody's day. This week on The Social, singer-songwriter Jan Arden drops by the panel with her take on the stories of the day.
We're back, everybody. All right, we are on social media. That is where you can join us in this conversation.
Okay, so Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, oh my God, said their names in the same sentence, made things Instagram official on Saturday, and eagle-eyed fans compared Katy's video to one she posted with ex-Orlando Bloom about a year ago, and it looks like the same sushi restaurant in Tokyo. So, are we okay with this? Is it okay to recreate a date with a new partner?
Yes. Okay, listen, before we asked the question before the break, and there are 2 ladies in the front here, and one was saying yes, and one was like, absolutely not. Listen, let me just say this. Katy and Justin is the celebrity couple I did not have on my bingo card for 2025, but the more I see it, the more I love it, because they clearly are making each other happy. Now let's get down to this question. Are you not allowed to go back to a restaurant because you were there with your ex? You cannot be that precious about a restaurant. This is not an engagement ring or the family cottage. This is not something you pass down. This is a place that you go to. And by the way, if I'm Katy and I introduce Orlando to this restaurant, well, I kind of own that restaurant. So I can bring anyone I want to that restaurant again. And also, if you're coming out of a long-term relationship and the rules are you can't bring the new person to any place you went with your ex, some of you wouldn't even be able to go home. There's no place for you to go.
But
so I think
what if it was closer to home? Like, neither of them lives in Tokyo, so that the chances of them, Orlando and Katy, meeting up at the same time are probably next to nothing. But what if it is like your local eatery, your brunch spot, your dinner spot, your pizza joint where you go and eat
you
with
be
your
an
partner?
adult and you say
Who
nice
gets
to see
it in
you.
the breakup?
I think it depends on whether or not you've had was there like sex in the washroom there, or was there? I'm just throwing it's like a solid memory.
I see, like a proposal.
wow.
I think
you go and make a new memory is what you do.
I think there are certain things though where you can never divorce the memory from that place. So if it's just a generic thing where you had a dinner once, I think it's fair game.
Quick question. Do you have sex in bathrooms?
No, guys, I don't. I'm aware.
It's a natural follow-up.
I've had a makeup out session and can we move on to this?
Yes. Okay.
I don't feel like I'm an alien in that regard.
No, you're not. You're not. Yes. Moving on to. Here's what I think. I think that you cannot let your ex have that hold on you for the rest of your life. And so, if she was there with Orlando and they had a lovely time, by the way, they have a daughter together. So I'm going to guess that even if it wasn't a perfect breakup, something broke them up. It's sad. Yeah. But also, if they have really good sushi sushi there, you're gonna wanna go where they have, you're in Japan, go where the best sushi is. And if that happens to be where you were with your ex, you can't let your ex have that much power over your today, over your happiness. And by the way, can we talk about that video? Justin is in love.
I love it.
Let me tell you, I want to go to that sushi restaurant, just the way that they're looking at the sushi and looking at each other.
The way he looks at her mouth.
Oh.
When she's eating. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I almost got myself in trouble with Cynthia. Okay. So let's move on to our next topic. Have you ever gone bathroom camping? Right? Pop Sugar defines this as staying in the bathroom to escape reality. Sometimes it's a parent escaping their children for 5 minutes. Other times it's an employee taking a mental health break at work. So, be honest, cameras are rolling. Do you do this? Oh, you're pointing him out. Okay, we have one person in the front row. He does this. Okay, we have another man on this side. We have another man. Yes, he's in the bathroom camping.
Wait, don't we have to ask the question, men, what are you escaping?
Well, I feel like
he's probably sitting next to the thing that he's escaping, so he probably cannot.
The reason why I wanted to ask is because I know I can speak as a mom, especially when Marqueza was little. That was your only place that you could have to yourself. We installed locks on all the rooms just because it's like if I needed a mental health break, that's sometimes what gets you through the day and what doesn't get you through the day. So I would go in there. That's the mom angle.
Why are you going in the bathroom as opposed to the bedroom? This is what I don't understand.
No, because you can actually say, Mommy's on the toilet, she needs her privacy. And that's what you do.
You guys look like grown adults.
But that's what I'm asking. Because now in my house, it is my husband that is bathroom camping, and to which I would like to also say, and my husband's very good in the house. He does a lot in the house. But since the dawn of TikTok, he brings this into the bathroom, and now I lose him for 30 minutes at a time.
He's scrolling, baby.
Right?
Doom scrolling in there.
He's not bathroom camping. He just moved out and into the bathroom.
I don't camp at all. I go in, do my business, which usually means a game of solitaire, which I can do in under 2 minutes. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for seeing me. And then I'm out of there. I'm out.
Can I just call out the obvious? All right. As a person who's been harassed since I was an adult about getting married and having children, these types of topics always tickle me. Because on one hand, everybody's like, don't you want to get married and have children? What's the meaning of your life? And then 2 seconds later, like, I hide from my family that I paid for in the bathroom. I bring my phone and I hide for 30 minutes. And I'm like, is this the dream I'm supposed to be? I'm a little confused of what I'm chasing here. I just wanted to point that out for all the single people.
Maybe they're really nice bathrooms. My toilet is beside a water boiler, like where, or the one we go for. I've said too much. I've said too much.
What is happening?
We have 2 separate toilets. We got the nice bathroom where a company will come, but we don't do any business. If you get my meaning,
you do the business next to the boiler.
Is next to the boiler and the water heater, which is illegal. So I shouldn't have said any of this on national television.
I love it.
Go.
Okay. Cynthia, are you interested in
No, I'm not unless I'm ill. Like, we have a heated floor, which is really nice, guys.
I
was against it when we were doing renovations. I was like, who needs a heheated floor? You need a heated floor.
Are you hiding in your bathroom because you're having sex in your bathroom?
No, I'm not.
Checking.
No, I don't camp out in my bathroom. If I have a free moment, I'm gonna go. But I think I get why men do this though, because if a man said to a partner, I'm gonna go upstairs and just lie down on the bed and scroll, a lot of partners would be like, what, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There's a sink of dishes or whatever, there's a million things. But if you go to the bathroom, you can just be like, I am taking a dump or whatever it is. And then no one's gonna ask questions.
it's
so I
the
think
questions.
we got it.
Okay.
So let everyone just like camp wherever they need to camp. And then that's it.
This is true. This
Okay,
is true.
right?
Yeah,
You guys,
we sorted that one out. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
I know, you're so glad you tuned in today, aren't you? You are, because up next, Michelle Randolph from the huge series Landman is here to tell us about what to expect in season 2. She's also going to tell us about her upcoming role in the movie Scream. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a clip from the record-breaking season 2 premiere of Landman, which reached 9.2 million global streams in its first 2 days.
The series is a modern-day tale of fortune-seeking in the world of oil rigs. And today, we're joined by the breakout actress who plays Ainsley, the daughter of Billy Bob Thornton and Allie Larder in the series. Please welcome Michelle Randolph.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations, really. This is such a blast to watch. We want to know, what is it like playing Billy Bob Thornton's daughter, or having him as like your fake dad on the show? And is it true that he actually sends you fake memes from a fake Instagram account?
Oh my gosh. Well, Billy, it's because he plays my dad in the show, and it's funny because he's actually, our real life relationship is almost like a father-daughter thing.
nice.
And same with Allie, like our on-screen relationship is the same as our real life one, where she's like, let's go get drinks, and Billy's like, don't do bad things. And so, but he does have an Instagram account. I don't know how private it is, but he sends me cat memes all the time.
Cat memes.
Do you love cats?
I love cats.
Oh, you're
so much.
I sent her memes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Same with
I love that. It's a love
funny.
language.
They're so perfect.
They
So
are.
good. So you mentioned Ali Larder. Let's talk about her. She, of course, people remember her from Legally Blonde. Her character's unhinged in the best way possible. She's so great in it. So what have you learned from watching her embody that character?
I mean, I learn a lot from watching her because she's so bold in everything she does as an actress, and she plays these really confident, outspoken, kind of wild characters. And Ainsley is her mother's daughter, and so I think watching Allie do that gives me confidence in myself, and to just like go for it and have fun and not be scared to take risks. So
That's amazing.
Wow. Speaking of your confidence, I understand that you are a big sufferer of imposter syndrome. So now that you're in season 2 and it's well underway, do you still feel that way?
You know, so my kind of introduction to the Taylor Sheridan universe was doing 1923, and I, within like a week of booking it, was standing next to Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. And so I think in that situation, it's impossible to not have imposter syndrome, and then to go straight from that into a show with Billy Bob and Demi Moore and John Hamm. I mean, it's just like I'm pinching myself every day. I still feel that way. Like I don't think that goes away when you're working with people that you really look up to.
Gotcha. Understand.
Oh, that's me. I was so engrossed with what you were saying. Just imagining standing next to Harrison Ford.
I get socially awkward when I'm
I was daydreaming. I wrote him a fan letter when I was a kid. Anyway, he wrote back, it's not about me. Listen, your character Ainsley, she's 17 years old.
Yeah.
And she's this cheerleader, but in real life, you're 28 years old. So how have you found that, stepping back like over a decade into the shoes of this cheerleader?
It's fun. It was challenging at first. I worked with a dialect coach, a movement coach, an acting coach to just like remember how to not be aware of my body, because I think as you get older, like I realized in my movement coaching how stiff I've become in ways, and I going back to being a 17-year-old, it's like I'm a little puppy again. I get to say whatever I want and no one's judging me because Ainsley says whatever she wants. So it's been really refreshing to be a 17-year-old again, which is crazy. Crazy.
It's my dream. It's my dream. But you said that you had all these coaches, and one of them is your dialect, or I guess a coach to help you develop your Texas accent that you have to put on for the show. And you say that putting on that accent really helps you get into character. And as someone who is highly adept at accents, tell us about that.
She's not. She's not, by
Let's
the way.
hear one.
I'd say I would do Texas real good. See?
You would
Don't
be
get her
friends with
started.
Ainsley.
I would be friends
You
with
would.
Ainsley, and I am 17.
I agree. No,
Oh my gosh.
I worked with a dialect coach, Jessica Drake. She is wonderful. We spent because I had the SAG strike happened, and so I had about a year to really make sure my accent sounded authentic to Texas, but also to my character. Like I really wanted her to have her own unique sounds, and like we're chronically online, and accents are more homogenous now, and so. For Ainsley, I wanted some Valley Girl, I wanted some cultural influence on it. And it did help me become her, because it's like a separation. Like I can walk on set in her accent and all of a sudden I am not Michelle.
I love that.
And she takes me out of my comfort zone a lot, so I think it's important when you're playing a character so different than yourself.
I love that.
Okay, before we let you go, you are actually going to be making your first leading feature debut in the latest installment of Scream 7, alongside Courtney Cox and McKenna Grace. So here's a question. Between you in real life and your character Ainsley on Landman, who do you think would have a better chance at surviving?
Well, I want to say me, But Ainsley would convince people to die on her behalf somehow. She would.
Diabolical. Crocodile tears.
She's like, please,
yeah.
please sacrifice yourself for me. And people would.
Yeah, they
She
absolutely
gets
would.
what she wants. She does.
All right, well, Michelle, thank you so much for stopping by. And please come back. Congratulations on all the success. Good to have you here. Landman Season 2 is available to stream exclusively on Paramount+. Make sure that you check it out. We'll be right back with the Glam holiday hair ideas. Stay right where you are. Be right back.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is that time of year when we can all use some holiday hair inspo for parties, dinners, and those last-minute events.
And today we're showing you the tools you need to achieve your holiday glam. So please welcome back to the show, hair expert Jason Lee. All right, so Jason, our first look is a wavy style that you say is super easy achieving. We can achieve this with just using one tool. Walk us through it.
For sure. So we actually already waved Claudia's hair, and we did use one tool, but this is such a cool tool because it's interchangeable, it has different attachments, and that's what's happening right now in hair. So right now in hair, people ask me all the time, what's cool and what's in right now? I'm just like, well, actually everything is in. You both do an incredible job with it, kind of iconic, where one day your hair's straight, the next day it's beachy, and that's what we're looking at right now. So we have a lot of interchangeable systems that are on the market. The first one that we're gonna look at is called the Conair Style Chemistry. And what's cool about it is that you first purchase the handle, and it comes with a flat iron, but then you can also purchase other interchangeable aspects. So different curling irons, different wands. And what's smart about that is that you're not spending a ton of money, but at the same time, you're not taking up all this space. Right? And so
One
it's very
handle,
cool.
multiple tools.
That's brilliant.
Exactly.
Okay, this looks like a torture device or something from the
super
80s.
glam.
Yes.
So I'm just going to demonstrate here on this one. And so you can see Claudia has straight hair naturally, and it's actually very easy to use. You literally just close it on here like this. It's like a crimper from the 80s, but it's a bigger crimper.
It's a big crimper.
And it gives you those waves.
And it gives you those waves.
And
just
how
like
close,
that.
when you're putting the iron on the hair, how close do you get to the root?
I don't go close to the root at all because I don't want it to be this big bubbly look.
Okay.
So a little bit off the root is going to make it cooler.
All
Say it
right.
that way.
Okay, got that.
All right,
Okay, we
so-
love that.
You say that there's a way to dress this up, say she's going to a more formal event. How do you do that with this look?
Exactly. So I just want to show and demonstrate, because it's the holidays, something super cool that we can do very easy. I'm going to drop and leave some of the hair out from the front.
Okay.
And then you're going to have some bobby pins for me. I'm just going to keep twisting the hair just like this.
Okay, just
And again,
simple.
sorry, going back, you use that tool on her whole head already.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What I
okay.
love about doing the tool ahead of time, you can't really make a mistake because at this point, everything is going to look good because the hair is already waved.
Got it.
So it's very easy. You're going to see, we're going to do this in pretty quickly, just like this, one extra more. And because it's the holidays, I feel like we want to dress it up just a little bit. So I have a couple of little accessories. Zoink. Just like that.
Ready for the party with that. I love that.
How pretty is that? I'm just gonna turn it back around. And you see it's like one piece can drop down. It's fine, it looks super cool.
That was
Yeah.
so fast and easy.
And she
Totally
looks
easy.
great. Ready for the party.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right.
Look one done. Let's head
Yes.
on over to the center. We're going to look at the second look. And you say that the volumized blowout is still really around, and it's a great look. So tell us about it.
For sure, so a volumized hairstyle is super cool right now. We've already done Susan's hair with this, and it's like, how do you create that volume? So we use the Babyliss Pro Style Switch, okay? Again, another interchangeable system. What's different about this one is that this one's like a blow dryer. So there's heat and air coming out of it. It comes with different brushes. It has a blow dryer attachment, and it has a paddle brush, and that's how we created this look here.
So it's like a brush and a blow. at the same
Exactly.
time.
And how
Okay,
did you
got it.
use it to achieve this look? Because her hair looks incredible.
So the first thing that we did on her already washed hair is that we added some mousse, we had a bit of a thickening spray, and then I took the blow dryer handle and I literally just started blow drying out her hair with it. And then I used the paddle brush attachment. And what I did is I started creating some lift at the root. Dried it out to about 80%, and then it's an easy switch thing out here,
Yep.
just like that. And then I took the round brush and I just added it into the hair. And I just,
Yep.
went section by section into it, and that's how we created this look.
And the hot air's still coming through.
Yeah, so it's really easy. That's one thing that clients always say to me. It's like, it's really hard to blow dry with a brush and a blow dryer.
Yes.
When you have the one piece, it's amazing.
And
You
this
can
is the
switch it out.
attachment that you use.
That's that's the attachment that we use to create this finish look.
And she's good to go.
And she's good to go.
Okay, you
It's
look
easy.
gorgeous.
Okay.
Stunning.
Let's
All
go to
right.
our last look. Okay, you call this disco-inspired curls.
So good.
Using mint professional tools. I'm obsessed with this look.
It works
Tell
good,
us
right?
about it.
So I love, especially around the holidays, I love drama, I love curls. It's cozy around this time of year for a holiday party. And we use the mint professional tools. These tools are available at salons. We always want to support our salon friends by shopping in salon, not just holiday round, but all year round. And we use the mint tools, which are super cool because they were designed by 2 professional hairdressers. So you know they've thought of everything, right? Quick, speed up, heat up time, even distribution of temperature, and also the best quality tools, material to use for the tools. And I literally went section by section.
I'm gonna say, how did you, this look is so good. This is all you did to achieve this look.
So Chin actually has kind of straight, wavy hair naturally.
Okay.
And we just went section by section. And you can see we created these curls in her hair, right?
Love that.
So
And for
good.
fun, because it's the holidays,
Yeah.
we're just gonna add a little bit of
What is
gold
this?
glitter.
What is this?
Yes.
What is this?
This has your name written all over it. Just a little bit of gold like that.
Stop it.
It's so fun.
That is New Year's Eve, that's Christmas
Yes.
Eve, that's Christmas. That looks good.
I need this in my life.
That's so good.
Oh my God, that is so fun.
I won't ask how you get it out because that's probably a whole other segment, but it looks
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It looks really good.
Okay, so you say though we should be adjusting the temperature based on our hair texture.
Correct.
Okay.
So for people who have finer hair, a little bit more fragile hair, I would say use 300 to 325 Fahrenheit. Anybody who has medium to normal, 325 to 350 Fahrenheit. And if you have coarse, thick hair, I'd say 350 to 375. Always use a heat protector and don't let the iron or whatever tool sit on for too long.
Okay.
Oh
Good
my
advice.
God, I'm gonna do this hair before the end. Maybe for this season.
We'll do this
I
for
know.
sure.
It looks so
End
good.
of year. Jason, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for bringing all these tools and hairstyles. Now, studio audience, speaking of holiday surprises, you're going home with your own holiday surprise. This is it. Yes. Some tools.
That's incredible.
Okay, we're gonna be right back. We've got important information about vitamin D deficiency coming up next. We'll be back.
Here at The Social, looking fresh and feeling fierce is always in style.
I understood the assignment, honey. Yes, you say it.
From the runway to your way.
Cozy and casual, loves it.
Oh, I love the monochromatic again.
If this outfit isn't Mel, I don't know what is.
Learn how to rock the latest trends.
A cargo wide leg hybrid. That sounds so good. Doesn't she look amazing?
We're stepping up the glam from head to toe.
Hello.
Explore your own unique style.
Clearly, I'm feeling myself.
Weekdays on The Social.
We're back, everybody. Hey, did you know that a significant number of Canadians may be deficient in vitamin D, which is why me, my whole family, we take a supplement each and every day.
I take a daily supplement too because I don't want to be deficient, even though I actually don't really know exactly what that entails. Fortunately, our next guest does. So here with everything we all need to know about vitamin D deficiency and how a new product from U Theory can actually help. Please welcome back to the show registered dietitian and nutritionist Nishta Saxena.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Great to be here. Okay, so
Yeah.
Nishta, let's start with the basics. What is vitamin D and why is it beneficial for all of us?
So vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, and it works in many systems in the body, which is why it is so important. So we're gonna see it in our bone health, bone strength, we're gonna see it in our muscle development, we're gonna see it in our immune system, and in our mood, making sure our mood is balanced.
Okay, I think a lot of people think vitamin D, it's sunshine. That's where we get, that's why my excuse why I always try to find a beach somewhere around the world.
Yes.
But how is that accurate, first of all? And if not, where else can we get it?
It's not that it's inaccurate. So we do use sunshine to convert vitamin D in our skin when it's exposed to create that hormone in our body that we need. The problem is, in Canada in particular, our latitude, we're so far north, we have such ozone damage, unfortunately, that we're not gonna be able to convert what we need from sunshine alone. And so you can get vitamin D in food. So we have some examples here: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, fortified dairy products like milk and yogurt, eggs, and mushrooms that have been exposed to UV. But even with all of these foods. Canadians are not getting enough vitamin D, and that is why our guidelines suggest we need to take a supplement 365 days a year. You know, if you have a chronic condition like diabetes, et cetera, that can also impact your ability to make vitamin D.
Okay, so what can happen over time if we don't get enough vitamin D into our body?
Well, if you think of those systems, it's kind of related to each system. So you can have everything when it comes to bones, to bone health, you know, joint soreness. You can even have muscle weakness and fatigue. Those respiratory infections, you know, and your immune system doesn't work the way it should, and then just really difficult to recover from illness or exercise.
So clearly you want to avoid all those issues. So what are the potential symptoms, though, of vitamin D deficiency that we should be aware of?
Well, it's kind of all of those things. You want to think about, you know, if you have joint pain, bone pain, mood disruption, you know, mild depression, seasonal affective disorder, as well as those respiratory issues, that can happen as well if you're deficient.
Got it.
Yeah. And so when we think about vitamin K, which is also very important in our health, they kind of work together. Vitamin K is also a fat-soluble vitamin, and that is important for, there's two forms of it, K1 and K2, and it's important for kind of different reasons. So vitamin D is helping us get calcium into our body, but vitamin K helps activate these proteins in our bones that help absorb the calcium into the bones. And that's especially important because we don't want calcium floating around in our arteries, in our heart, and our system. We want it to be inside of our bones because we want to avoid that settling into our arteries. It also helps with blood clotting.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dig into those food sources.
Yes.
Like I take a K2 D3 supplement.
Right.
They're paired together.
Yeah.
Every day, so does my daughter, so does my husband. So let's look at those food options first. So
Yes.
what are some examples that are rich of vitamin K in terms of whole food sources?
Yes, so vitamin K1 and K2. So K1 is really the dark leafy greens. So I'm not talking about lettuce. We really want the dark, hard-hitting greens, as I call them, kale, you know, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. And then vitamin K2 is going to be more for fermented foods as well as some animal-based products. So we have examples here, natto, which is soybeans that are fermented. We have liver, which is a wonderful, very rich source. We have chicken, eggs, and even hard cheeses. So the combination of K1 and K2 is important, but K2 in particular tends to have better impact on bone and heart health.
Okay, so honestly, this is kind of blowing my mind because I've been taking vitamin D for a long time. I don't think I've ever heard of vitamin K.
Yeah.
So why are these two, they pair so well together?
Well, it's because they're kind of doing two parts of the same job in all of those different systems. So we talked about calcium absorption. We need both to do that. We talked about bone health and as well supporting the immune system. So that's why when they are paired together, they are so incredibly important. And you know, I see on social media all the time right now, people are always looking for the newest supplement, right? A trend, a fad. This is not a trendy supplement. This is a foundational supplement, K2 and D3 together, that will really support your health in multiple ways.
And sorry, and is it better than to do those two together than, like, let's say calcium and vitamin D together, or?
It's an interesting question. I think you do need all of them, but in particular, we want to have D3 and K2 together because they're working together at the same time to take calcium and get it into the right spot.
Got it.
Yeah.
At the right time. Okay.
Yes.
So listen, if we're not able to get sufficient amounts through our food, which is always, you know, where we should be starting, I think.
Yes.
You've brought a K2 D3 supplement. So tell us about it.
Yes. So this supplement by You Theory is so thoughtfully formulated. I absolutely love it because it contains those two things we just talked about, D3 and K2, together in one supplement to help with bone health, calcium absorption, immune support. And the beauty of it is it's actually delicious, which means you're going to take it in that gummy format. It's peach flavor, but it actually uses natural fruits and vegetables to flavor it, so you're not getting all of that added sugar. And then another really nice part is it suits many diets. You know, it doesn't contain gelatin, it contains pectin, and it's also gluten-free and dairy-free, so perfect for vegetarian diets or any specific dietary restrictions. Yeah.
That's great. Is there anything we should know in advance about taking a K2 D3 supplement?
Well, I just remind people you really want this on board when something's happening. When you get an infection, you want it on board, so you need to take it consistently. You want to take it every day, and you want to take it with food that contains fat, because these are fat-soluble vitamins. And remember that this is a very useful supplement. It is not a trend. It's something that so many groups, older people, postmenopausal women, you know, many of our population need this on board to help them with their health.
Okay, kids can take this?
This particular product, I would probably not have kids specifically take. You would want to just look at a formulation that is for kids at the right levels.
Right.
However, the concept of taking vitamin D3 and K2 is definitely something that's appropriate for children. So children definitely do need a vitamin D supplement, but it might be a different dose.
A different dosage.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Nishta, we love the info always. Thank you so much for helping and getting us healthy. All right. Of course, as always, check with your own doctor before taking anything new and always read and follow the label. Why don't we take a quick break? We'll be back right after this.
There's never a dull moment at The Social.
We are going to have one heck of a time.
With hot takes and fiery debates.
I'm too old for Leonardo DiCaprio anyway.
We dive headfirst into juicy conversations.
Where are his wild oats now?
No topic is too messy.
I'm gonna blame all of the boyfriends that I've had.
No discussion too heated.
That is an invasion, in my opinion.
We break it down and stir it up.
Is that a red flag?
Just real talk and fresh opinions. Unfiltered.
It's hard.
Unexpected.
This conversation has changed significantly.
And always entertaining.
Are you guys having a good time?
Watch The Social, weekdays at 2 p.m. on CTV.
Extra, extra! The Social now streaming on Crave. Thanks a lot. This is awesome. You guys are out here. Streaming on Crave. Sorry. Oh, that's amazing.
The Social, now also streaming on Crave.
All right, on tomorrow's show, we're going to be discussing what to expect from the real estate market in 2026. My goodness, I hope you've been taking your anti-nausea meds. It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? Also, edible gift guides, the very best kind. Baker Colin Asuncion will be here with his recipes. I just want to give a shout out. Yesterday, my girlfriends and I had our 20th annual baking day competition.
Cool.
So speaking of baking, yes, it's we're type A's. I mean, what can I say?
Of course.
My team did not win. We won for best technical design, but shout out to the team that won. But baking, I'm going to do for the holidays this summer for my gifts. But I understand you are doing this too, Jess.
Well, I bake the same 3 to 4 cookies every year, but this year I've decided to up the ante on my gingerbreads. Normally I just do like a white royal icing, some sprinkles, but I saw it on this app. It's called Instagram. I saw this new way to decorate, and you do 2 colored icings and you make a little wreath, and I'm gonna do it.
I'm excited. Are you gonna
Why
make
are you
this
so
so
excited?
Oh God, no.
Oh my gosh,
Bringing
that's
him
so
home.
good.
I make them once we
That
go on
reminds
break.
me. Yeah, that reminds me of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to this bakery and I'm gonna give them my money, and they're gonna give me all the things that they bake. Watch out! Watch out!
You a baker?
I'm gonna win that competition.
I love when I have the time. I love baking.
Yes.
This is like it's such a pleasure. But right now, like it just feels like it's.
I don't
very
do it
hard to
right now.
This-
I do
this-
it, yeah, before- a
But I'm
couple
almost done my Christmas shopping, guys. I just
Good
feel
for
like
you.
I'm just gonna humble brag. Yeah,
What?
it's done. I know.
Someone get the gold
gosh.
star.
I know.
Wow,
I know, guys.
I just want to tell everybody that is this couch included. I am going to be so cheap this year, and you are getting baked goods all around.
There we
So
go.
it comes
That's
from the
fine, too.
heart.
That's great.
Not necessarily the wallet, but it comes from my heart
I
to
love
all
it.
of you
I love
this
it.
year.
Good.
Butter's
Good.
expensive, man.
Yeah.
Butter's expensive.
Butter's expensive.
Butter's
That's
from the
true.
heart and the wallet.
Yeah,
Those are so
It's science,
cheap.
right? It's
Yes.
science and love. We want to remind you all, we are called The Social. We are on all the social media outlets. We have our podcast as well. You can also catch us on Crave because we're streaming now. I hear that's what all the kids are doing. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Take care.